I'm Julie Jones, and I'd like to share with you today how you can use mobility tools and exercises to help prevent, treat, and reduce the risk of some of the most common injuries that we see. Let's start with a simple exercise, and this is one that can help with plantar fasciitis. That is inflammation on the tissue on the bottoms of the feet. Hopefully you've never had this before, but if you have, you're gonna know that it can be very debilitating and painful, and when you have issues with the feet, that tends to transfer into other areas of the body. So you're gonna wanna take your shoe off, and we're gonna take a lacrosse ball, and just roll from the ball of the foot all the way down to the heel into the plantar fascia, the fascia on the bottoms of the feet. So let's go to the mat and we'll continue to work our way up the body from the feet. So next, let's use our foam roller to roll our calves. We're gonna move our way up the body. So you're gonna take a high density foam roller and you're gonna just place it under the legs, the lower part of the leg. And we're gonna lift up and roll from the ankles all the way up to the knee. Down to the ankle and back up towards the back of the knee. Now, if this feels easy or like it's not really doing anything, you can kind of go side to side. And then you can also add weight by crossing one leg over the other. So if you're active, if you do a lot of walking, running, you may notice some tightness in your calves, hiking, anything that involves hills. And we'll want to switch sides. Anything we do on one side, we want to do on the other. If you get to a point where the regular roller is not doing enough for you, then you may want to use something like the rumble roller that we have here. It's just gonna add that extra massage into the muscle. From the calves, we're gonna move up to the hamstrings. So again, legs are resting down and on the roller, hands back behind. We're gonna lift and roll from the back of the knee all the way up to the hip. So down toward the knee, up toward the hip. I can go side to side as well as front to back. And again, if you don't feel like you're getting enough here, we're gonna cross one leg over the other, and that adds that extra weight that makes this just a little more invasive. And honestly, that's what we want. If this feels too comfortable, you're probably not doing it right. So then we're gonna switch sides and go to the other side. Tight hamstrings, again, can be a contributor to back pain. So these are just great ways that you can prevent injury. And if you're an active person, it's a really good way to just keep yourself active and mobile and make sure you're not injuring yourself. From the hamstrings, we're gonna move up. So we're gonna come into a seated posture on the roller. And we're gonna lean to one side so that we can get into the glute. And you're just gonna roll again from down at the base of the hamstring up toward the low back. Roll all the way down and back up. And again, I can add to this by crossing one foot over the other, leaning into that side, opening up the hip. And anything I do on one side, I'm gonna do on the other side. Now this is an area too where you may feel like this is not getting into that muscle enough. If you feel that way, you can bring back your lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, or even a larger mobility ball, and you can get into that muscle using that smaller surface, and that's gonna get into the muscle fibers even more than you will with the foam roller. So now we're gonna flip over to the front. So foam roller is gonna be in front, and we're gonna get the front of the legs as well. So you're gonna start with the knees on the roller, hands down in front in a hand and knee posture. So you get a little core work here too and shoulder work. We're gonna roll from the base of the knee all the way down toward the ankle, making sure that we're on that muscle that runs along the shin, not directly on the bone. And you can Go to one side, adding a little more weight, getting into that muscle fiber. And then we can go to the other side. So let's keep moving up the body and we'll go to the quads next. Roller is gonna be in front of the knees, lean forward, and you're gonna come into a forearm plank. We're gonna roll from the top of the knee all the way up toward the hip. Staying with both legs down and on the roller, you can shift side to side so that you get into those muscle fibers. And if you want a little more, you can always go to one side and then to the other. Taking a few passes in each muscle group so that you are working those knots out of the muscles. Okay, let's go back onto our back. So here we want the roller directly behind us, and we're gonna start to lean back. Place your feet on the floor, lift your arms up. You're gonna squeeze your buns, lift your hips up. So you're in a little bit of a glute bridge here, and we're gonna roll up towards the top of the shoulders and then down towards the lower back. All the way up, all the way down. Our clients that hate the roller usually like this part. It usually feels pretty good on those muscles in the upper back. You can cross your arms across to open up the shoulder blades even more. And then you'll want to switch. Relax the body down. And we can even use this to work the muscles in the neck. So letting the body relax and just dropping the head from one side over to the other. Last but not least, we're gonna take the roller and we're going to lay it vertically so that it mirrors our spine. You're gonna sit up on top, lay all the way back, and let your arms open out to the sides. So again, even our clients that don't like using the roller, they love this exercise because it just allows them to open up the chest. And this is a key way to get out of that upper body desk posture that we get in when we work on our computers for too long or spend too much driving time or too much time on our phones. So you're gonna start here just breathing and letting the arms drop out to the side and relax. From there, we're gonna reach our arms up. You wanna reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling and then drop them back down. Let the shoulder blades relax. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, relax. We'll go a couple more. Now we're gonna drop our right arm all the way up and over our head. Bicep comes up by the ear, fingertips go all the way to the floor, and our left arm goes all the way down by our hip. Now we'll switch sides. Reach up and drop. Inhale, reach the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop. Just working that shoulder mobility here. Really a great way to deal with pain in the neck, in the shoulders, and the upper back. Now we're gonna take our arms both, allow them to reach up and over the head with the palms face up. Keep the fingertips down, sweep the arms all the way down by the sides. And all the way back up. Most of the time, if people have tightness or issues with the shoulders, they're gonna feel this at about 10 and 2. And if you feel it there, just breathe and work through it. Don't force anything. And then you're just gonna wanna finish with the arms out to the sides. Taking a few deep breaths here. You can gently find your way off of the roller and into a seated posture. And that is a quick way to get a full body mobility routine.